they better go to DC and perform like they were on in the movie Drumline.
These
That's what
people that are telling them not to go are shameful and they're hypocrites. And this is why the Black community continues to lose. We have a couple people in the chat commenting about the story surrounding the Mississippi Valley State, which is a historically Black college, talking about how they were invited to perform in the inauguration parade. So this is Mississippi Valley State. It's best known as the alma mater of NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver Jerry Rice, has reportedly accepted an invitation to perform at the inauguration of President Donald Trump. The school was trying to raise funds to travel. However, and this is according to Black Enterprise, they have faced immense Black backlash from, of course, Black people, because saying that they should not perform at the inauguration due to it being for President Trump. So you have people commenting on this. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh, here's the super chat. It's from Laura with a $10 super chat. It says, did you gals hear about the young students that Trump asked to perform at the inauguration and how the folks are telling those kids not to go because they are Black? And she's right. You're right, Laura. People are saying, talk about shameful. Here's a tweet. Someone named Chloe's auntie. Talk about shameful. I hope for your own good that y'all don't raise the money. I don't know what y'all are even thinking. That man is a blatant racist, talking about Trump. Here's another tweet. Dawn, ask the governor of Mississippi or any of the Republicans in the state legislature if they can help get y'all there. And the list goes on and on. Many Black people saying they should not do it. What are your thoughts here? This is a big thing, a big accomplishment to do this, and Black community is telling them don't go. Shelly, what are your thoughts?
They better go to DC and perform like they were on in the movie Drumline. That's what they better do. They better, as we said in the Black, you better get to stepping, girl. That's what they need to do. What I find is that they have to raise the money to bring their whole band to go. They need to go. They should go. They better go. All these people telling you not to, I bet they're Black, or at least 99% of them. They're Black people. I'm going to even suspect that they're probably Black women. Oh my gosh, most of them. And they're going to be sitting home miserable while you students learning to play your instruments. You get to put this on your resume. You might network or whatever the case may be. You need to go play your little hearts out. Listen to your drum leaders, your directors, whatever, and go to DC.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? These people that are telling them not to go are shameful and they're hypocrites. And this is why the Black community continues to lose, continues to regress. They continues to fall behind because we do stupid stuff like this. This is why. Any other time, this would be a grand opportunity for this college, this marching band to get on a national stage and perform for the next president of the United States. But you have these ignorant Black people who are telling them not to do it.
Yana, how illogical is this? So they're claiming that Trump is racist, even though this band, are they mostly Black? Are they Black?
Yes, historically Black college.
So they were invited
right
to the White House. Like, what? Yeah. If Trump and his administration were racist, how are they being invited?
Exactly.
So these people are completely against. They don't have common sense.
They're ignorant.
They're against any type of progress when it comes to racial relations. They want to keep it in the 1950s era. They're reminiscent of that. You know, there's some people who want to bring back the Soviet Union, like the actual Soviet Union. It's the same kind of people. It's like they're reminiscent for something I don't know, they feel a strange bond with, even though they say they don't like it, but then they're living in it. It's like they're living in the past, in some sort of strange reality. It's a parallel reality. It's not real. And they don't see how the fact that these students are being invited is progress in terms of race relations in America, and they don't see it that way, and they want to perpetuate racism by saying do not go there. They're perpetuating racism. Is ridiculous, is stupid, and I hope that these young people have a GoFundMe, and I hope that they're raising funds, and I hope that they're not listening to the idiots.
Of course, yeah, same here. But we never saw the same pushback against Biden or Kamala Harris. You remember in the primary how Kamala Harris herself, the person they chose to run or to replace Biden, called Biden a racist. She called him a racist literally in the primary. But you still saw, what was it, 37 celebrities, many of them Black, run behind and support Biden, support Kamala Harris. Biden's talking about questioning people's ethnicity. You ain't Black if you don't vote for me, and all this type of stuff. His policies were the outcomes were very detrimental to most people in the Black community. Nobody said a thing. They put up fundraisers. They went out and campaigned for him. But Trump, who actually invites a historically Black college to perform at the inauguration, they're telling them not to go.
Yeah. Who he also gave money to in his first administration, the HBCUs, right? And then not only that, I know I would, even if Trump was not the president or the choice that I would have had as president, I still would want any college, certainly an HBCU who was invited, go and play for the president. This is America. Even if Kamala Harris was president and whatever college was invited, I still would want them to do it.
Yeah, right, exactly. But this is what they do. This is what they do. And folks, this is how they keep the Black community in chains. In chains. It makes absolutely 0 cents. 0 cents for that marching band not to play for the president of the United States. Zero. But if that's what they want to do, well, it looks like they're still trying. It looks like they are still trying to go. And I do hope that they make it there. But for these people, mostly Black, that are shaming them for going, shame on you. Shame on
It's terrible.
you.
It's really, it's aggravating. I cannot imagine how these young people feel, and they have to deal with all these conflicting messages that they're receiving instead of just focusing on their success.
Yeah. And again, and I was going to ask you ladies, what do you, like I always do, what is the number one issue or story you think that we should be concentrating on, and it's flying under the radar? One is how the Black community, for me, idolizes race. I've said this on here before. Folks, especially if you are part of the faith-based community, if you are still out here idolizing race, looking at everything through the lens of race, that is not biblical. It is not biblical at all. It is not of God, and it's going to take you to the pits of hell, literally and figuratively. Literally and figuratively. Stop it. Stop it. You are idolizing ethnicity. You are idolizing your race, and nothing good comes of it for our community. It is enslaving you. Break the chains. I want to acknowledge this super chat here. We have a new super chat here. I haven't seen Dog Mom on here before. Thank you so much for your super chat. $5 says, I am new here and I love everything you lovely ladies stand for. Happy New Year. Welcome, Dog Mom.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Denise Copeland with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Denise. We certainly appreciate you. Folks, this is the home for sense, common sense. Okay,
Yeah.
it is very few and far between. Unfortunately, we're hoping and praying as we move into 2025 that more of us start to show it. But yes, we got to start having common sense. We got to stop following behind the left and their identity politics and break away from it. And that way, and only then will our community start to thrive. Many of our communities are led by nothing but Black people, and they are going by the wayside.
And that's interesting, Kate.
It pains me to say it. Shirley, go right ahead.
No, you were saying like I don't know, an issue that's kind of off the radar that should be. And as far as culture, one of the things that I've been looking at a little bit more or less, but certainly more in the last, I would say last half of the year, as far as culture, I would like us to talk a little bit more about literal economics, finances, particularly in the Black community, but in our culture at large, from maybe even on a micro level, not just a macro level, but the finances or the economics that we, I don't know, mismanage, waste, don't grow, whatever the case may be. But I would like, for us to dig into that to some degree.
Absolutely. And this is why, but you don't hear them talking about this on the left. Everything is about race. They don't want us talking about stuff like the economy, immigration, education, because these are issues that affect us all, regardless of race. But they want us stuck on race because that emotionalizes everything. They want us living in the past instead of looking toward the future. And we need to recognize this, folks. We need to recognize this and push back against it. And I'm so happy for this election of Donald Trump, because this gives all of us hope that maybe we are starting to see some sunlight regarding this. I also want to thank, we have a Cash App, folks. We have a Cash App super chat from Karen Utz with the $25 Cash App. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, we certainly appreciate you. And Laura says, KJ, we are family. Yes, we are. Thank you, Laura. Laura is a longtime member here, and we certainly appreciate you. And we are family. We are family, not only of, we're family of a connection between commonalities, values. And I've said this before here, folks, family, friends, these things we used to kind of connect because of skin color, because of proximity. But we're coming across a time where community is no longer based on proximity. Community is no longer based on how you look. It's based on values, shared values. And this is what we talk about here. We have to come together on shared values and break out of this whole, oh, you Black, I'm Black, so we're all together. No. Do you think like me? Is family important to you? Is making money and providing a future for the next generation important to you? Then we're family. Right. Do we share the same Bible, the share faith? Is faith important to you? That's what family and community is, not this whole skin color ideology.
And speaking about family, that is something that we can keep focusing on in our podcast when it comes to children, because that is the future of this country. And the children, unfortunately, are not getting the right messages. They're bombarded with wrong messages in the media. I mean, that's the biggest thing, the whatever they're consuming on TikTok and on Instagram and all sorts of things that they're watching. Then they go to public schools, and whatever they're watching on social media is being confirmed by authority figures, which is ridiculous. So we need to be able to inspire and empower parents to take control of their children's futures, because right now the left has most of the control because they're controlling most of the education in this country. So that is something that is overlooked, and I think adults are not seeing the effects yet. They're not processing yet how what their children are consuming, the messages that they're getting, how it's affecting them and how it's going to affect their futures.
Yeah, I agree. Want to acknowledge this other super chat here. Be Wise says, love the knowledge y'all bring. Respect to y'all powerful women. Thank
Oh,
you
thank
so much,
you.
Be Wise. I certainly appreciate you all. We appreciate you, our community here. This is family, like Laura said. All of us with the shared values. I think Shelly said something brilliant as always. I saw it. What did you say about
Oh,
that,
I
Shelley?
said community is a mindset, not a location.
Absolutely.